And hello again, everybody. Welcome on back to another episode of Factorio. As always, I'm Tyler, and we're going to go ahead and pick up where we left off in the last one. So, I believe right at the end, we just finished up with producing, I think, enough gears to keep the red belt production running at full. Got a little bit of belt spaghetti going on, but, you know, it is what it is. Still obviously not 100% sure as to why things are only balancing on the right side of, or why the right side of the lane is saturated, but the left side isn't. It doesn't seem to make much sense, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna want to make some more of the splitters, that way we can get things going faster on that end. And obviously, you know, the splitters take a lot of gears to be able to actually be made. So what it's... Oh no, it's the underground ones that are really bad about it. So it might be worth it to try and start automating the production of those as well. But yeah, for right now, we can just take what we've got going for us. Go ahead and make another couple of you. And, you know, we can slowly but surely start replacing this a little bit at a time. Obviously, we're going to have a lot that we need to replace if we want to catch up you know, the entire belt, and, you know, especially since we've split a bunch of times already to keep things going. And yeah, so luckily it was like we got it set up just right now that we should have more than enough gears to take care of that. And we're running low on electricity, which I'm surprised it took this long, but let's actually go ahead and start dealing with that. So we're gonna need 1, 2, and we'll see where that takes us first. Ah, yeah, because now that's gonna mess with iron production quite a bit. And yeah, if we're smart about it, what we will do is bring this on over to the side. And that way we bring it down and around. We don't have to worry about keep moving or having to keep move it every time we add a new one. We just bring it all the way down and around, and then we should be able to expand it upwards. I think obviously I probably did it like that in the first place because I needed to make sure that, you know, I wasn't taking too long to get everything done. So, and I know I'm automating pipe production, but, you know, we don't need too many. So 1, 2, 3, and then we got 6 of you, so 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Now all we need to do is use the pipes to hook you up, connect you to power, and there we go. And I guess we should go ahead and get some inserters going. You know, honestly, I don't mind having the burner inserters. Just because, yeah, they're not particularly fast, but, you know, eventually we're going to try and move away from this setup, hopefully cut down on production pollution. So, you know, increased our production by a bit. Automation finish, because I think we're going to want to... Oh, sorry, automobile isn't just finished. Because one of the next things we're going to want to do is probably make a car and find some more... what's it called? Oh, oil. I don't know why I completely blinked, because, oh yeah, oil and stone are going to be the two important things that we need. And I was like, hopefully that should catch back up with the iron production now that we upgraded our electricity by a little bit. And we've got a lot of those belts going, which is good. And so solar panels, copper, steel, electronic circuits. I guess maybe one of the next things we might want to do is... Wow, that's crazy how long it actually took for everything to catch up over here. I guess let's go ahead and try and upgrade red belts if we can. Or upgrade 2 red belts if we can, I should say. And obviously, you know, if we switch to red belts, we're going to need more to keep everything fully saturated. So probably the hope is that I can switch things up soon to the next level of furnaces, the steel ones. So I can get to steel furnaces, then I can upgrade to the red belts and still only have the same amount of space I need to use up instead of double. But obviously in order to get that working, we need stone bricks. We'll build 1 underground, which will take a minute because we have to build 40 gears by hand. It's crazy to me that this game has like an expensive mode, because you know that things could also just be a lot worse. But it's like, yeah, you know, that took 40 gears to hand make, which, you know, not too bad. But definitely a lot. And expensive mode, you know, it just goes up even more. And luckily the gears don't take long to craft by hand, but you definitely would like to try and stop doing any more than you had to. There we go. That's all good. And that'll at least start backing up because we're not using more. We just, you know, I just wanted it to be able to catch up. You know, still for whatever reason, the right side of the belt staying saturated, and maybe I just need to do something to balance it, because it doesn't seem to make any sense that one side is going faster than the other. Especially if, you know, everything's just evenly putting out on the same lane. But, yeah, I know very little, so what I think is the case doesn't always mean that it's right. And then we can also upgrade these, because for whatever reason, I don't know why it's not reaching the end here, which is also really annoying. Probably because it's taking time to catch up after that lull in production, but it's always annoying to be like, I know it was working just fine, I don't know why it's not catching up now, but again, all part of the process of just playing the game and attempting to get better. So we can make one of you. We're gonna want that to be fast. We're gonna want that to be fast. And there we go. And now the fun part of slowly but surely upgrading everything to try and make it as good as we possibly can. And then the next dream is by the time that we get blue belts done, we should have an entire setup based around robotics, and we can have the robots replace everything. And that's the nicest part once you, because it takes a long time to get there, but once you finally do, you can genuinely, like, you know, feel that achievement. Yeah, I'm really not sure if I'm just like doing something wrong or what, but you know what, honestly, I guess I probably don't need that if I wonder if that might make a difference. And also we probably want to replace, okay, that's probably why too, because it's bottlenecking here. So hopefully if we fix that bottleneck, it should catch up the rest of the way. Because obviously, like I've mentioned before, we don't use a lot of coal, so the coal can kind of be slow, that's whatever. But obviously, if we need to keep the iron saturated, the last thing we want is to not be able to do that. Okay, yes, you saw that. That changed in saturation very quickly. I guess what we'll do is... That's only a thing, though, is that with how many underground belts I've made, I need to do much. But luckily, like I said, it's only 10 gears instead of 40 for the splitters. But is this enough to keep things saturated for now? It looks like it. Looks like it's actually caught back up, which is just what I wanted. So, even though this isn't fully saturated now, we should be able to start, yes, trying to do something with our stone so we can make stone bricks, so we can make furnaces, and I know the stone bricks get used for other things as well. Definitely want to make a car, which, what do we need for the engine? Steel, iron, and pipes, and then the car itself, iron, steel, and engines. Okay. So... I think our best bet is we've got pipes. Yeah, because I don't assume that we'll need many engines. So let's go ahead and take you. I'm assuming I'll probably put you in the center because, like I said, engines are steel, iron, gears, and pipes. So what we do is we take you and we go like this, like that. We'll put this over here. You can make gear wheels. And then we'll put you here. Plastics finished. And I'm also going to want to try and get accumulators so I can switch over to solar power completely. And then once we finally get blue science made, we can actually make the electric furnaces, which no longer need fuel to run, which, you know, is a pretty nice advantage. Yeah, so we'll cover you and you. And the only thing is I need to set up a chest. And okay, yeah, I guess I'll just put that there. We'll set up a chest here. And that can draw from here to give us the last component, which is steel. You know, we've got plenty of steel to work with. There we go. Oh, and we'll probably need a chest for some engines as well. So that way we can put you in there. And there we go. So start having that automated. And yeah, because I guess we'll need more engines later if we want to dive more into trains. Obviously, engines are used for other stuff as well. I just don't really know 100% off the top of my head. Because, you know, some of the stuff you think would require engines don't, but they use all the same ingredients. So I feel like you could, you know, condense it down. But I guess that's part of the challenge, is being able to efficiently belt things over and get it to where you need to be in order to actually produce the items you want to produce. Let's see, now I think that this production might have gone down because you know, we're not getting full saturation of the red belts. Yeah, I guess at the very least we can make ourselves I think probably 2 more fast underground belts. Oh no, wait, the underground ones cost. Oh, okay, never mind. I hate when I like confuse things with each other because I'm like, oh yeah, it's not too bad because it's only 10. No, the splitters are 10. This is 40. So let's see here. So you and you. Yeah, I guess I need to figure at least something out to... Okay. Next order of business is we're gonna get our... I don't know. I want to obviously go for blue, and then we can start switching things out with the electric furnaces. Because if we do that, like I said, we don't have to worry about supplying things. We can just do... You just can run off the power, and luckily I have a good setup right now to be able to at least start making some solar panels. So yeah, I guess I'll try to automate that. And I was like, I'm going to try and still save on the red belts for right now. Just because, you know, it was like, I still need things to be able to catch up to build stuff in the rest of the factory. And hopefully at some point we'll be able to increase throughput and go from there. I was like, I'm surprised I've been able to keep up just with the circuits themselves, but you know, it might be worth upgrading and making like a second row of circuit production and being able to add it in, because obviously we've got 4 slots to be able to do things with, and we're only using 1 right now. But a lot of the stuff so far that we've been using has not really required much in the way of circuits. Are these really back? I guess we can go ahead and make a couple of those. Alright, and then if we want to go get blue as soon as possible, we need to get sulfur processing. And I'll replace you two. Hopefully make it a little bit faster. And yeah, so we need copper plates, steel plates, and then circuits. So I think the best way to do this is we're gonna want to split off of our main. Oh, I've got no iron, that's why I can't do a bunch of stuff. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. But okay, so I mean that started to back up because you know we're not making the red belts right now. So let's at least grab just a couple stacks, keep that running. And okay, so yeah, so trains require 20. We need a bunch of steel to be able to make the rails. Alright, so we've still got a bit of work to do before we can, you know, keep taking off, but as always, that's the fun of the game. Trying our best to do things and just slowly but surely get better. So next order of business is splitting off from here. And so I need steel, circuits, and copper. So I guess if this is up here. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll take you, and of course we need a bunch of underground. And we're gonna already be out of gears. Because we need 1, 2, 3, 4 in order to get everything on over to the other side. I guess while we're at it, let's go ahead and split off the rest of this stuff. So it's like I'll probably combine steel and copper onto one belt together because they're in equal amounts and don't need a lot of it. But the circuits, you know, we need 15, which will make a bigger difference. And yeah, I guess we'll grab one more of you so we can get you onto the other side. And yes, we'll do 1, 2, one more up here, one more down here. That way, once we bring this on over to the other side, all we gotta do is come over here and we combine directly onto there. And since we don't need as many, we can just take and immediately put it to half a lane. It won't draw too much off of the main belt, I believe. And all we need to do now is... oh, I think I forgot to build one more. That way, make sure things balance out. That goes like that. We'll need still more iron, as always. The never-ending plight of Factorio is needing more and more of everything at any given time. So you go there, and then of course obviously we're going to need more undergrounds. So I guess we're going to go ahead and pick up a bunch more iron plates if we can. One day I'll figure out a better solution for having so much copper plates, but instead of just letting everything just ride in my inventory. So we need... alright, so I've got 4 splitters, so that's good. So I need... I think 3 underground? And I need to do you there. So that way I can take that and come on over here. You go like that. And yeah, obviously I would like to auto-produce the splitters and underground belts too, and I'm sure that there are some good setups too for it. Oh, do the red ones really have a longer reach? Huh. I didn't realize that. That's pretty nice to know. But, okay, so now we can do this, and we'll clear out a little bit of space over here. So we can go 1, 2, 3, just to start. Silver processing is done. Okay, so for batteries, what do we need? We need iron plate, copper plate, and sulfuric acid. Alright, so I think I'll get batteries first, we'll unlock blue, and we'll work on producing as many of the pretty much like solar panels and accumulators as possible. Be able to start putting them together and hopefully be able to switch ourselves over from our current steam engine production. Like I said, cut down on pollution, which for granted doesn't matter too much since I have the enemies on peaceful, but yeah, I believe they should still probably mutate and evolve with the in-game system. Which I've always found interesting that, you know, the enemies change over time with how much pollution you actually produce. I think it's a very cool concept, and, you know, obviously over time that means that they get more difficult and such, so you want to try and, I guess normally if you're not going like full, you know, full violence, you want to try your best to get your pollution down as soon as possible, and, you know, hope that they don't attack you, so you can either build up for a later game or, you know, deal with less issues or whatnot. Let's actually upgrade these to tier 2 assembly machines, because hopefully if we can produce them faster, it'll be a little bit better for us once we start getting the opportunity to make to actually, you know, put everything into action. We'll put you and you together, and luckily, if we just want to store it in a chest, the chest doesn't need to be in the power. So we'll take you like that, and you can start putting stuff in there. And we'll slowly but surely start building up our solar panel production. And you know what, let's actually round up to having 5 of these. Obviously, you could probably use a little bit more research on what good ratios are, but, you know, I've got the time just kind of hanging out and trying to enjoy playing the game. You know, and as always, I'm hoping that you're enjoying as well. Just knowing that there's at least like a couple people that, you know, like watching me just make bad decisions and, you know, play the game is, it's nice. It's I don't know, like I said, it's a lot of it just kind of comes down to giving me, you know, something to do and something to actively work towards. And so, you know, that's why I try my best to keep things on a consistent schedule. Sometimes things are out of my control, but, you know, everyone kind of recognizes that's a thing regardless. And I know I've had like a couple of videos not go up on time and stuff like that. And that's mainly because, you know, something's gone on in real life that I missed getting the chance to upload it or produce a video or whatever. So, and actually, we're going to need to upgrade these. Let's see if maybe... I figure probably more rows would help. So... we'll go ahead and set this up. Oh, why am I making assembly machines? I literally have them in my inventory. Not smart. Not a good idea. So I think we can fit in a split right here. And so we'll take you, come over like this, and yeah. Grab one of you, bring this over. This is gonna come this way. And I guess we're also running into an issue with keeping up with iron production. Probably because we're using a bunch of it for steel. So you go like that, and I think you go like this, and we're pretty much just gonna mirror what we've got over here. It's that way. And go 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then this gets 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. All of you are those. All of you are those. And we'll need some fast inserters. We'll need some long-handed inserters. Then we'll need to pull off of our copper belt to make sure that we have copper wire as well. See, it's always good because when I know what I'm doing, I can kind of do things pretty quickly. But okay, so we need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 14. And then only 4 reds, but then, oh, also I need 4 more. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll take you. There we go. And yeah, so we'll do that. And now all we gotta do is come on over here. We need 1 more to continue on over here. And now we need 1 more. Good old lack of planning leads to spaghetti. But you know what? That's fine. Oh, you know what? Let's do this actually connected just into the first one. And that way maybe later I can come by and do some weird stuff to get it to be in a better place. And so now let's hook all of you up to power after we set these down right quick. There we go. Do I have the other power poles unlocked? I do not. Okay. So you, and you. You can go there, you can go there. And that should be everything connected up just fine. And so this will be the last thing that I do for the episode. So if you did watch all the way to the end, thank you very much for doing so. Again, as always, I would appreciate any sort of support. Watching the video does a lot. I always appreciate it when you leave likes, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff that everyone wants for their channel. And it means a lot that you made it all this way and actually watched me do probably some more not super fun stuff, but just kind of working, trying to get better. And at the very least, if you don't like this, I've got another series going on that's a little bit more story driven, so I can kind of work on speaking and clarity and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so like I said, if you like the video, leave a like, comment if you have anything you wanted to share, tips, anything like that. As always, support is appreciated. You can also follow me on Twitter, my link in the description below. We're going to go ahead and save, and again, call it there. And yeah, so have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.